I can go?
Mhm.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another session of Career Bytes. In the session today, we have Amazon, Whole Foods, and College Leap. For my host today is Kimari Williams. Want to say hello, Kimari? Oh, she's muted.
Hi, everyone.
So today in this session, we're going to have some of the employers I spoke about do a quick presentation. First, Amazon and Whole Foods, and then College Leap. And then from there, we want you guys to put all your comments in the chat box. We'll get to as many as we can. And also, so you know that the session is recorded. So if you missed anything, don't worry. We're going to upload it to our YouTube channel, which I'll put in the comment box. It's called Career Bytes, and you can see all the past sessions that we had. And then, of course, you can subscribe to get all the new sessions that we have coming up. I wanted to take this opportunity not only to thank my host, Kimari, and the employers, but also I wanted to thank our partners in the coalition. Of course, the ones that are in charge of the whole process: Ohlone College, Mission College Career Center, College of Alameda under Peralta Community College District, Eden Area AJCC, America's Job Center of California, the Tri-Valley Career Center, Chabot, Las Positas Community College District. So without further ado, I wanted to turn it over to Amazon and Whole Foods. They're going to have a presentation, and then as they're going through, if you guys have questions, please put it in the chat box, and we're going to get through those as we do a group Q&A at the very end of each employer's presentation. Thank you.
Hello, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing a great time. We'll go ahead and get started. Let me just go ahead and share my screen. Can you both see that? That one. Cool. All right. Let's move this around. Okay. So here at Amazon, we do have some like basic qualifications. We're hiring for a lot of sort centers and Whole Foods, as well as delivery stations around the whole Bay Area. Some of the qualifications is pretty much you must be 18 years or older, have high school diploma, GED, equivalent diploma, as well as ability to read and speak English for safety. So that way, if there's any emergencies or anything, we'll be able to communicate with you. And there's no experience or resume required, so it makes it a lot better for everyone to have equal opportunity. And the next one, why work at Amazon? So here you can expect competitive wages and reliable paychecks, where if you're seasonal, you'll be getting paid once a week, and if you're permanent, you get paid every 2 weeks. There's a lot of career development that you can go through. So, there's entry-level employees are able to pretty much become move on up throughout the whole operations if they want to try different areas. Teamwork, it has a teamwork environment. Everyone's looking out for each other. Making sure everyone's having a fun and great time. Some of the perks of joining Amazon, you do get a 401k savings plans to employee discounts. And as well as different, depending on if it's a seasonal role or a permanent role, there'll be a little bit of benefits that vary. And also, I know with everything that's going on right now, safety is our #1 concern. We want to make sure everyone is being safe at all times. We do have, when associates come in, we do have temperature checks as they come in. Everyone has gloves, vest, and mask. And we also wear our gloves. I don't know if you can see that. And then, go ahead.
All right, so I'll be doing this slide. So where can I work nearby? So as you know, Amazon is a very, very large company. We are basically down the street from you as well as national as well as global. Because we have so many sites, we do have several different types of schedules to fit everybody's lifestyle. So for example, our sortation center has set schedules, but you're actually able to pick your own shifts and your own days. For Whole Foods, you actually get to pick your shifts on a week-to-week basis, and you only have to work a minimum of 3 shifts a month in order to keep your job. So it's really great for students, people who are retired, people who have children, just like whatever type of lifestyle you have, you can definitely choose that. And then for our prime allocations, I know for a fact that they do 4 shifts for 4 days for 10-hour shifts. So it just depends on what type of schedule you're looking for, whether it's part-time or seasonal. And as Arvine was saying earlier, that you can convert into possible full-time as well. So how do you apply with Amazon? So Amazon.force is the direct site that we have for all of our warehouse sites, prime now, sortation, and delivery stations. So the main sections will be the registration. If you have never applied before, it's basically putting all of your contact information in, your birthday, social security, your address, phone number, all of that good stuff. Then you have to select the location you want to apply to, and it's very, very user friendly. So we'll say search, and then you'll be able to apply based on the city that's closest to you. And then you'll be able to select your shift. So this could be either the day or the time, or depending on what building it is. And then you'll be able to do a 30-minute appointment with us in order to get your Section 2 of your I-9 processed, your badge photo taken, and answer any other questions you may have about the whole hiring process as a whole.
And if you want to follow us on text messages to kind of figure out what's available as well, you can also opt into our text code SNOW SFN now 7, and over there you'll be able to, like, depending on your location on where you go in the Bay Area, you'll be getting notifications if jobs are available there as well. And then we do also have a video to show as well.
Everything okay, Ebony?
Sorry, technical difficulties right now.
Oh, no worries.
1 second.
Are you trying to show a video?
Yes, he's pulling up a video.
Okay. Okay. We do have some questions in the chat. Well, we're going to get to those. Please keep them coming.
Okay, so this first video is going to be regarding this rotation center, and I'll basically give you what a day in the life is like at this rotation center.
Their destination more quickly. Product comes to us from a fulfillment center, and then we sort it down to a very finite level, zip code level. So we kid a lot with all the new stars that the favorite color is going to be brown. You're going to see brown smiley face every single day. Most positions in an Amazon sort center are part-time and follow a flexible schedule, which allows a shift to fluctuate between 3 to 5 hours per day based on volume. I'm a single mother, and I also go to school, so we kind of fit in the whole balance of my overall life of having school, kids, home, work, and it just fits in a good bundle. During peak season, all part-time associates are encouraged to work full-time schedules. It's actually very flexible, and I'm able to get everything done that I need, and very helpful. Here's what you can expect. While you'll be assigned a home department when you start, you'll be cross-trained in many departments. On the inbound side of the house, Amazon associates unload packages from nearby Amazon fulfillment centers. You'll be on your feet and moving around at a fast pace during your shift. Once unloaded onto a conveyor belt, they're separated into 2 lanes, flat sort and pallet. Flat sort is for envelopes, bags, and small boxes. The conveyor scans and sorts packages by zip code. The pallet area is for medium and large boxes. These are manually sorted by associates who pick packages from the conveyor according to zip code.
There's lifting, there's pushing, there's pulling. We've got pit equipment for power industrial trucks running throughout the facility. It's a busy, fast-paced environment.
Associates load pallets and gaylords onto 20 to 25 trucks per day.
High intensity, a lot of movement, a lot of moving parts at one time in order to get that product in and out the door.
With Amazon, you have opportunities after opportunities. Like it's a non-stop and it's growing all the time. Every day there's something new here.
All right. The last video that we will be showing you is for our Whole Food site.
Welcome to Amazon. What's it like working for Amazon at a local store? As an Amazon associate, you will be picking grocery items to fill orders for Amazon customers, determining scope replacements when requested items out of stock, confirming replacement items with customers via a messaging app, using proper pack etiquette to pack customer totes, preparing and staging customer totes for delivery driver pickup. As an Amazon associate, you must be able to safely lift items weighing up to 49 pounds and stand or walk up to 4 to 5 hours with or without reasonable accommodation, grasp and carry small items, understand and follow food safety requirements. And you must be able to kneel, bend, and reach in a safe manner. You must have some basic computer skills, including using smartphones and other handheld devices. Are you looking for part-time opportunity to make extra money? Amazon has job openings for weekend shifts, and you can work up to 4 to 5 hours each shift. You will be eligible to work up to 20 hours each week, and you must work a minimum of 1 shift per month. Work shifts are subject to change each week, depending on the needs of the business, and you cannot be guaranteed a particular shift. At Amazon, we are customer obsessed and focused on quality. As an Amazon associate, you play a critical role in helping us deliver on our promise to be Earth's most customer-centric company. Are you ready to work for Amazon? Work hard, have fun, make history.
Okay, with that being said, if you guys have any questions, just please go ahead and ask those questions. And then we'll go ahead and hand it off back to you, Andrew.
Thank you, Raquel and Arvneet. Well, we do have some questions we're going to get to at the end. Now I want to turn it over to Kimari to introduce our second employer.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Raquel and Arvine, for that very informative session you all provided. It was very detailed. Next up, we have College Leap. College Leap will be going over some information regarding the positions that they are offering. And actually, we have, let's see. We have Jay presenting the information. College Leap is a nonprofit organization that is local based, and we're excited to hear what they have to offer. Go ahead, Jay, it's on you.
Thanks, Kimari. Hi, guys. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Can you guys see it? All right, so I want to start off with making a distinction between what we have to offer here and what the Amazon and Whole Foods have to offer. So like all of our positions here are not unpaid. So with that being said, like you're not here to make any money, but to get some experience and get exposures to some leadership and opportunities, resources. So I want to start off by saying that. So you guys have a understanding of what we have to offer here. So just like a very brief introduction of myself, myself is like an international student from China, and I used to study at community colleges. And the reason why we have the College Leap is to empower the international students at community colleges as a group that are lack of resources and opportunities. So basically, our mission at College Leap is to empower the international student at community colleges. So what is College Leap? So College Leap is a Berkeley-based nonprofit, and we registered last year at the state office. And we are currently applying for tax examination status now. So right now we have over 10 chapters in California, Washington, New York, and we recently got 2 chapters from Chicago. So we have more than 200 registered members, and we are presented at some major national conference for community colleges for the past year. So what benefits can students get? So there are like 4 main categories of benefits students can get from being a member of College Leap. So first is opportunity and resources. Basically, we have built a lot of resources and projects for students, especially international students, to get more experience, get more leadership skills from them. And also the leadership and career development. So basically that is what we can offer from the positions we're presenting today. And the other 2 are the mentorship and transfer boost. So basically what we can offer is to help you to get more prepared for your transfer application and to build a community for international students at the end. So here are a few of the projects we've done in the past, just to give you a general sense of what we've been working on. So I'll just skip through this because we have very limited time this time. So here is like one business plan competition we're going to host in the fall. So it's going to be a national one to all the community college entrepreneurs to participate in and win some awards in the end. So what are the College Leap chapters? So College Leap chapters are actually the registered student club on campuses. So they serve as liaisons between the College Leap and the local international student community. And their main purpose at College Leap chapters are to serve their international students, to build program to better help them to reach that goal. So here are all the logos for our chapters. Like we're currently building or we already have. And I want to spend more time on the chapter leaders, which is like the main topic for today's session. So for the College Leap chapter leaders, they are all, we consider them all of the nonprofit interns. So with that being said, we can offer all the documents to sponsor them to go through the CPT or OPT for international students. And we have a minimum requirement. We require 10 hours minimum time commitment per week. And we are open, although like our mission is to serve the international student, but we're actually open to both the local student and international students, as long as they're great and passionate about our mission to help the international community. So for each chapter, we'll have 3 to 6 positions, depending on the size of the international student body. And we are currently in the process of recruiting interns at different community colleges. So how to become a chapter leader at College Leap? So the first step you need to do is to fill in an application. And I believe Andrew will send out that link to all the audience today about our application form. And then we will reach out to schedule an interview afterwards, after we get your application. And then we will provide you with an offer with both our logo and the logo for your chapter. And then you need to sign an agreement and to attend some of our onboarding sessions. So the workflow of our chapter leader is actually like this. So basically we'll provide an onboarding training session after you got the offer, and then there will be a position training. So for the position training, basically we'll assign you a specific position and teach you exactly what you need to do as that position with all the template. For example, if you are like the president, one of the major responsibility for the president is to find advisor for your chapter, and we'll teach you how to do that. We'll teach you how to reach out to your alum who are working in the industry, or like the professor will teach you how to do that. And afterwards, we'll have weekly meeting with every of our chapters to kind of check on the update and to assign goals for the next week. And lastly, we'll have coordinators for each positions to work with one position from different community colleges to carry out the best practice and also to solve any problem you may have concerning your specific position. So here are some of the sample of what we can offer here. So on the left-hand side is a guide for chapter leaders. So it's like a 30 pages guide to teach you how to build a chapter. And in the middle is like the offer, and on the right is agreement. So here are the poster we made for this. And I believe for the audience who are currently studying Ohlone, you may probably have got this from other, like your professors or clubs already. But like these are like the general poster we use to recruit our chapter leaders. And that'll be all for my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jay. If you just want to stop sharing your screen.
Yep, I will.
Just if you just click on
Okay.
your screen share and stop. There you go.
Yep.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for that presentation, Jay. So we're running ahead of schedule, which is great. We have a lot of questions. Some of these questions that I'm going to give are going to be for Pacific employer, and of course we might have questions that each employer can tackle together. Okay, so we're going to start going through those questions now. So let me go to the first question that we had. We had quite a few. Let me scroll back up. Okay, so a question for Amazon. What kind of physical level do you need to be in to work in the warehouse? How much generally do you have to lift or be able to lift?
Yeah, so it's a great question. So our basic minimum requirements is to be able to lift up to 49 pounds on your own. Anything over an associate or a team members or manager will actually need to help you, just for obviously safety reasons. And another thing I will say is that you need to be able to stand for long periods of times and walk around the warehouse. But we've had people from different age ranges, different physical levels that can do the job no problem. So if you're okay with doing that, up to standing roughly around, it depends on like how long your shift is. For our part-time shifts, it's 4 hours. It can flex up to 5, but when you are working double shifts for like prime day or peak, you can expect to work double shifts up to 8-10 hours at a time. So just keep that in mind. So we do encourage all of our associates to wear comfortable shoes, obviously to help with that comfortable clothing. One of the things too is that we don't have a dress code, so literally you can wear anything that is comfortable to you, sweatpants. We've had associates come in with PJs, like I kid you not. It's just whatever is comfortable for you, as long as there's nothing that is loose or hanging that can get caught in conveyor belts. So hopefully that answers that question.
Awesome. Thank you. And then for Amazon, is there any technical roles?
Right now, we're just hiring for the warehouse for entry level positions. However, I know that once you become into like an Amazonian and you're working in the warehouse, you do have opportunities to look for more technical roles within our sites.
Awesome. And then we had a candidate ask about can you go over again the application process for Whole Foods in partnership with Amazon? How did they go about that again?
Yeah. So you would basically go to our site on amazon.force.com. And if you've never applied with us or never created an account with us, it'll basically, you have to register for an account, which will basically ask for your name, your address, phone number, all of that. And I'm sure you can just drop the link in the chat. And then it'll just basically go through the prompts for you as well. So it's, like I said earlier, it's very user friendly. Everything's kind of like at your fingertips. So you're able to just kind of go through the process rather easily. It takes around, I would say, probably 10 minutes. There is an assessment that takes roughly around 5 minutes just to kind of give you an idea of what the job will be like. But other than that, it's rather quick. So basically you can start work in like 2 weeks.
Wow,
Usually is the time frame.
awesome. And then the Amazon text or email alert, can you go over that again? A few people, I know we're gonna have this recorded and uploaded, but if you guys could just touch base on that real quick.
Yes. So if you guys do text that code in, Andrew will send that out, I believe. Once you opt into it, so you'll be getting job alerts on what's available in the area you are. So if you're like in San Francisco side and you're like around a building or something, or like around there, then you'll get a text notification if they are hiring for that location. And then if you drive to like Berkeley or something and we do have something available, you will get a notification on what is available there as well.
Wonderful. And then this one's for either employer. We've been getting this question a lot from candidates, especially during Career Bytes, about remote positions. So if each employer can kind of touch on that so the candidates know how each employer has a stance on that.
Yeah, I can go first. So even before the pandemic, all 4 positions are online because we have to work with chapters all over the world. So like I'd say like we're pretty prepared to taking everything online.
Yeah, and for Amazon, all of our warehouse sites are done on site. There is a lot that we have to do at the warehouse that we unfortunately can't do from our homes. So right now the warehouse positions are on site, but like Arvin said earlier, there's plenty of PP that sites are required. All of our sites have, and that all of our associates are required to take part in. So, like mentioned earlier, masks, gloves. You can bring your own mask on site too if you want, if you feel more comfortable with that. And it's supposed to stay on your face pretty much the entire time you're there. So, and we also do abide by the 6 feet rule as well. So there's been a lot of hesitation there, which is totally understandable due to COVID. But safety is definitely number 1 on Amazon. We want to make sure that all of our staff is safe.
Wonderful. And then we have another question, and this can be for both employers. In the future, not maybe right now, but in the future, is there any HR administrative roles that you know of that might be coming down the pipeline anytime soon?
So we do usually like the time frame for like someone like when you're going from a warehouse and then jumping into like a different role because you're going from warehouse to corporate. Corporate roles technically have like I would say a few years before there's an opening spots, but usually sometimes there'll be even more spots opening because we're always expanding, and by expanding we start opening up more occupations or jobs for everyone.
Sorry, can you repeat that question, Andrew?
Yeah, Jake. We had a candidate ask about If not now, if any down the pipeline, if you know of any HR or administrative roles that might be opening up in your organization.
Oh yeah, I don't think that applies to us. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
And then if some candidates were interested in the Sunnyvale location, would they still go through the normal process that you guys spoke about for Amazon?
Yeah, so with any site that we have, whether it's Whole Foods, deliveries, or whatever, in any type of area, you would find all those open positions through amazon.force.com. If nothing comes up when you search, that means that the site is currently not hiring. However, that changes every single week. So depends on what the site needs, it will come out with new labor orders. And that's every single Friday. And I always tell all my candidates to check between the hours. It's usually after 3 p.m. So I highly recommend checking every single Friday, every single day, however you'd like. But I usually just say every single Friday because that's usually when new jobs are posted.
Oh, okay, wonderful. And then we have another question for Amazon about, not any specifics, but if you guys could give a range to the candidates about the salary for those type of positions that you're offering, just so they have a rough estimation.
So anywhere between $15.40 to $20 an hour, depending on, like, if you sign up for like a sort center, depending on what shift you choose, there might be a different pay shift differential. But for the most part, it's between like $15.40 to $20.
Cool. And then for both employers, do you guys have any leadership or management roles that are you guys know of?
I think it depends on how you classify or how you define leadership role. Like all of our positions at chapters are, we call them chapter leaders. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and then with Amazon, that's more of the corporate side, like Arvin was saying earlier. But there are a couple of different openings that can open, especially with new buildings launching. There are definitely positions for that. If you want, there is another link. It's Amazon.jobs, I believe, that has more of the corporate roles in case any of your candidates are interested in checking that link as well.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. And then we had a candidate ask for Amazon about roughly what does the schedule look like? I know you mentioned that a little bit earlier, but they're wondering about, was it a Monday through Monday, Monday through Friday? How does the general for the entry level positions, how do those look like?
So if you are doing, so if you sign up for a sort center, they have more choices of what you can choose. There's like 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. There's 8:30 to 12:30, and then there's 2 to 6, and then 7:30 to 11:30. And then when, like, around when peak comes, like the holidays, sometimes we'll have overnight shifts where it goes from 11:30 to 3:30 or 3:30 to 5 a.m. or 7 a.m. And for like delivery stations, you'll be able to pretty much choose your own shift. Just by going onto the app and seeing what's available. It's typically 4 to 5 hours at a sort center as well as a delivery station.
Okay. And then for Amazon, so you said they could subscribe. Is there if they can get either push notifications or emails when you guys have new positions? You guys have that set up?
Yeah, so the the text message that Arvin was talking about earlier. So basically the prompt is you will text that number and you will enter the zip code that's closest to you or the zip code that you're willing to commute to. And then as soon as sites need candidates to come in, we'll send a blast text message out saying, hey, we have openings in this site or around the zip code. and I'll actually text you the link to amazon.force.com. So I'll send you straight to the application process. So that way you're not like wondering like, okay, I have this information, now what do I do? So it's really great. So that way you're able to basically get notified first, because depending on the site and availability, like for example, during peak, it gets full really, really fast. So I definitely encourage you guys to look at the application, like just search the different jobs and all of that as well.
Wonderful. We had a few questions. I'm going to put them into one. So one, do you guys offer medical insurance benefits, or do you do tuition reimbursable benefits, any of those sorts for Amazon?
So when it comes to benefits wise, you'll have to be permanent to like permanent full time to get like the full benefits, and then permanent part time you'll get benefits like dental and vision, as well as long as with the 401k. And what was the last part of the question you asked?
Or do you guys have tuition reimbursable programs?
Oh yeah. So when it comes to tuition, we do give out we help out with tuition. So if you've been with Amazon for at least a year, you'll get in your permanent, you'll be able to use up to $12,000, I believe, for classes, and depending on the place you're applying to, and if it's applicable, then we'll be able to help out with tuition.
Nice. And I remember when I was at San Jose State, you guys had a deal for Amazon Prime. Do you guys still have that? This is a personal question for myself. Do you guys remember that?
I don't remember.
I think yeah, if I remember, students had like a different price tiering for them because they were students. I don't know if you guys still do that.
I know that they do get some sort of discount if they're associates. I'm not sure if it's just applicable to associates or students, but I know you do get a discount for that.
Okay. Yeah, and you know, I'm a little on the older side. So when I was going to school, that was one of the things that I remember our student leaders would talk about, where it's like, you know, why you're a student, use your student email to get you know, a tiered price on Amazon Prime and stuff like that. But you know, I just want to ask that question. I'm a grad student now, but not that I would have used that. You know, I can afford it now, but when I was an undergraduate, it definitely did help out.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Okay, so these are all great questions. I wanted to ask a little bit more in-depth questions now. I want to know if each employer can go to your background of how you kind of started your career path and ended up in the employer that you're at, and maybe some things that helped you along the way to find that particular career path. We'll start with Amazon, and then Jay, you can go after.
So my Amazon journey started about, well, I was been with Amazon for almost 5 years, coming up on 6 in August. And I started out just like anyone else that's in my college. I started as a part-time associate as a sort center. And then after that, a year later, when a new building opened up, I was able to apply for full-time. And so I was there for about 4 years. Within those 4 years in the new department for pantry, I was able to move on up from a regular associate to a little bit more upper management. And then as that progressed, I was able to reach out and look for different programs and departments that were opening, seeing what was interesting for me. And mine was more HR role. So that's why you guys see me here. So I kind of worked my way up from the bottom up to where I am now.
Awesome.
Yeah, so my background is actually totally different from Arvin's. So my background was primarily working in nonprofits, and I've been doing that for almost 10 years. I started as a volunteer at nonprofits, working with different populations, especially with incarcerated, post-incarcerated youth, as well as families and children. So I did a lot of that. I was also finishing my bachelor's while doing that. And right in the middle of grad school, I got a opportunity with Amazon for HR. So it was a little different from what I'm used to, but it was definitely that people aspect, problem solving on a whole different level. So I've been with Amazon for almost a year. It'll be a year in August. So that's really, really exciting. And it's opened up a whole new door of opportunities that I didn't think I would actually fit because of the background that I'm in, but it's actually really applicable when you really think about it. It's just a little different. So yeah, so I've been here for almost a year, and it's been great. You know, the fact that we have so many people from different backgrounds on our team. You know, we have Arvine that started from the warehouse. We have other people that have been doing recruiting. We actually have a nurse on our team as well that I guess she didn't decide that that was her passion, and she came over here. So it really doesn't have to be one specific thing. You can literally come from every single background. I mean, we have so many people on Amazon with different backgrounds, and you'll definitely get to see that here, and it's great. So I definitely enjoy working here.
Awesome. Jay?
So for me, the reason like why I ended up at College Leap is that like the huge discrepancy we found that faced by the international student at community colleges. So like I I I'm at College Leap because I saw like a problem there and I wanted to solve it by doing it. Like being an international student at community college myself, I just found like there is a problem there that should be tackled and solved. Yeah.
Wonderful. And then I'm going to ask a few group questions since we have more time. For each employer, and we'll go Amazon and then College Leap. What do you look for in a candidate when you're going to resumes?
So the good thing about it is that we actually do not take any resumes. We actually don't do interviews, which is awesome. So you literally just have to be over the age of 18, have a high school diploma or the equivalent, and be able to lift up to 49 pounds and understand and speak English for safety reasons. In terms of candidate like personality, like I said, we have a variety of age groups here, different backgrounds. There's just so much diversity here. You know, we have up to like recent high school graduates to college students. We have parents. We have you know, families actually working in the warehouse. You know, I had a person to come bring like all of her 6 brothers in. So it was interesting to see that. And we also have people that are a little bit older in age that they just want something very part-time, but something to do in their spare time while also gaining a little bit of money. So as long as you have the right attitude, you're willing to work and put the work in, and if you want to stay in the company, you want to excel in the company, then this is definitely a good opportunity because Amazon does recognize those people that really work hard and want to strive to be the best.
Yeah, so for us, we do need resume and interview, and actually on the quite contrary, we it's been like a pretty selective process. Right now we have around like 100 and so like applicants from community colleges. So I guess like what we are looking for from the candidate first is a leadership skills, like whether he or she has been involved in some like organizations on campus or off campus to showcase his or her leadership. That's like really important to us. And also we prefer the candidate with some entrepreneurship like spirit, so that because like a lot of our tasks are actually involved building something up from scratch. So if they have some like experience or like some entrepreneurship spirit, that'll be a good trait we're definitely looking for. And the third part is responsiveness. So like because all of this like positions are like working remotely, so we really want the people who can respond to our message and like communicate very well with each other. So these are like the most important 3 traits we're looking for.
Awesome. Awesome. And for the new hires for each employer, what kind of assignments can they kind of look forward to when they start in your organization? Amazon, you guys want to go first?
So when you first start, you'll get like, when you first get hired on, you'll go through like your basic um, safety training, your process school on how to do certain functions and roles. So pretty much it's on the job learning as well. Before going on to before actually going onto the field, you'll also have to be required to just pretty much just finish, make sure you finish your My Docs, which is like your HR related items, which would categorize as like setting up direct deposit.
Yeah. So for us, it actually depends on what position do you get, but like we kind of assign a different set of activities or tasks for different positions. But I think the underlying logic is like we try to make this task challenging while like feasible. So I believe like whoever take these positions will feel like learning a lot through this process, but also like they are able to accomplish or like to finish their goal. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jay. And then what kind of tips you can give someone that wants to get into your guys' organization? What tips for success would you give them?
So I get this question a lot when I do see events in terms of getting into corporate for the warehouse. It's pretty easy. I mean, the only thing that would really stop a candidate is if they don't pass a background check or if they can't speak English safely or English sufficiently in order to ensure safety. Um, but in terms of the corporate, because I know there was a little bit of curiosity around that. So there's been a lot of, I guess, I wouldn't say issues, but there's a lot of people saying, you know, hey, I applied to Amazon corporate jobs over like a year. I still haven't gotten a call back. I haven't even gotten an interview. One thing that I do recommend that if you haven't done already is definitely to connect with people via LinkedIn. LinkedIn is basically your best friend when it comes to not only recruiting, but definitely making connections. So if you're interested, for example, in HR or software engineering or being, you know, a coder or what have you, definitely look into people who already do those positions, whether it's within Amazon or any other company. And just say, you know, hey, like I'm reaching out, like I want to know how to get into this field or this company. What type of information can you give me? What are the recruiters looking for? What type of interviews information can I get? Because that's really what it comes down to, especially here at Amazon. Like the way that you interview is extremely important, and the way you can address any type of experience that you've had in your previous jobs or even education is going to be really, really helpful. So definitely connecting via LinkedIn is a really good start. I didn't do this while interviewing with Amazon, but I know I did this for my previous jobs. You know, I just would reach out to people who are already doing the jobs that I wanted and to kind of really get a feel for it to see if it's really what you want to do. So definitely do that. Obviously have a really, really good resume as well and cover letter as well.
Yeah. So for us, the tips I would give is actually I couldn't agree more with what Ricardo said about like the linking. So like reach out on LinkedIn is like really important. We got a lot of like candidate from the LinkedIn and they reach out to us and very proactive. And second tip would actually be to be proactive as possible. Just trying to follow up or like if you are not getting a position, just reach out again and just to show like you really want this and how what value can you bring to the team, to your chapter, to the college lead team. So normally when we encounter that, we'll try to figure out a way to place the candidate somewhere, whether in the chapter or in the nonprofit. Yeah.
Wonderful. And then I had one more question, and I'm going to turn it over to Kimari to ask a few questions, and then we'll close up the session. The last question I had was if you guys had any positions for folks that identify with any disabilities. If you guys could both touch on that, please.
Yes, so we do accommodate for disabilities. Usually during the application, when you're pretty much going through the application, there is a field where you can go ahead and then go ahead and fill out that portion if you do have a disability. And then from there, you'll be accommodated from when you first start for your office hours or coming into getting all your documents ready, and then as well as your training, you'll also be provided.
So for us, I don't think it matters that much to us. So like we pick the candidate merely by their competency and their willingness. So like it doesn't really matter to us whether you are disabled or not.
Wonderful, thank you. I'm going to turn it over to my co-host. Kimari, do you have any other questions you have for any of the employers, and then we can close up this week's session.
Yes, I have a couple of quick questions. One for clarity, for Amazon, did you say that a high school diploma is required or GED?
High school diploma or GED equivalent, yes.
Okay, wonderful. And then also, do you all work with reentry citizens? Because we do have programs associated with our career centers.
Yeah, we do. So as long as they're able to provide, because we do, when they come into office hours, we do ask them for their identifications. So that whether that's identification, driver license, social security, employment authorization, what was the other one that's called? Yeah, employment authorization, permanent resident card, passports, visas, as long as they're not expired and they have either receipts that they've gotten or anything like that, we can definitely work with that.
Okay.
Just as long as they're the original and they don't come in with like an uncertified copy, that's totally fine as well.
Okay, all right, wonderful. Okay, and then college leap, the same for you. Do you work with reentry citizens or people who may have been incarcerated?
Yes.
Okay, all right, wonderful. Okay, all right, that's the questions that I have. Thank you guys for answering and being with us today. We appreciate all your hard work and getting on here and being present in today's environment and working with us to get folks employed. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I know for each of us that's in the coalition, we've been working hard to make these events as quickly as possible to keep engaged with all candidates to make sure that there's still opportunities, even if we're in this pandemic. And I thank all the employers on this call right now that are committed to that, to still getting people opportunities and getting them jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to ask a few more. We have about a couple minutes or so. So in your, just in a couple of words, what are your feelings about, entry level jobs and in the current environment? Do you feel like they're thriving, or do you think that we need to have more of them? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I mean, COVID is something that basically destroyed a lot of things for people, financially, emotionally, mentally. I mean, basically on every type of level. And it was just crazy for especially Amazon, because we were just coming out of our peak for our holiday season. Everything was, basically okay with the world. Then all of a sudden you have this huge pandemic that just quickly evolved into something greater. And just the amount of candidates that came in looking for work. I mean, we had thousands of people. Like, I kid you not. You know, we had people that were like engineers, we had people that had their own businesses, we had people that had their own companies, parents, you know, single parents. It was very sad to see, but at the same time, um, it was a good feeling that working for a company that was able to be like, no, you are essential, you need to work. You know, at first it was kind of like, oh my God, you know, like we're kind of in that line of fire, but at the same time, it's like, no, we are here to help people that, you know, have lost their job or may have, you know, cut their hours and what have you. And again, we don't know what each candidate is going through, and they only share so little about their life and who they are. But to just, you know, get that, like, thank you guys, you know, for being here, for being able to offer a job. You know, we got that a lot. And for me personally, I'm not gonna speak for the rest of my team, but it was very, very I felt that really deep, because at the same time, you know, it was like I'm working during a pandemic, but at the same time, I was like, you know what, I'm really helpful, like thankful that I'm working for a company that possibly like saved someone's life financially, mentally, emotionally. So for me, yeah, I think there should be more of them. And I'm just glad to be a part of Amazon during this time.
Yeah, and thank you so much. Speaking for myself, I use you guys for all my essential stuff, and you guys are always really good about getting it to me unsmushed. So thank you for that. um, Arvin, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, pretty much like how Raquel was saying, with the entry level jobs, like even with everything that's going on, I'm just really grateful that everyone has that equal opportunity to join with Amazon and have like that stability of help provide for their families. Like Raquel was saying, like we don't know what everyone is going through. Everyone has a different story, you know. Everyone's trying to provide for the family, and being part of a company that helps provide for everyone is a big win.
Awesome. Anything to add, Jay?
Yeah, so I want to say a little bit about like what pandemic influenced the international students, because like it's not like job per se. I would say like we've witnessed a lot of like cancellation of the offers and the events since the pandemic. So that makes like organizations like College Leap like especially important at this specific moment to provide all this access and opportunities to students. So I believe that's what we're trying to help, how we're trying to help. Yeah.
Awesome. Again, I wanted to thank all the employers for coming. This session is going to be recorded. Candidates, please look for that on the Career Bytes channel. I put the link down there. We're going to be asking the employers for their information. We're going to put that in the video of the YouTube channel so you guys can find out those links that they said, because I know I had a few people in the comment box are still asking for the text number and also how to apply for Whole Foods. So we're going to put that all in the inside the link in the video on our YouTube channel. Just type in Career Bytes on YouTube and it should take you right there. I wanted to thank my co-host, Kimari. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Also our partners again in the coalition, Ohlone College, Mission College Career Services Center, College of Alameda under Peralta Community College District, Eden Area AJCC, America's Job Center of California, the Tri-Cities Career Center under Chabrol Las Positas Community College District. And we're going to have a lot more to these. Like I said, we're going to try to help everyone we can during COVID-19. Keep safe, everybody. And please, if you need to reach out to any of us, my information, you can call, email me. I'll definitely make sure when we put the information on the YouTube channel where you can contact any of the career centers. All the career centers in this coalition, they're all open, just not, we can't physically see you guys, but we could talk to phone, email, LinkedIn if you guys want to connect with us, and we can still give you guys some services, okay? So for all of us as part of the coalition, thank you guys so much for being a part of it. And this is going to end this week's sessions of Career Bytes. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.